Hello, everybody, and welcome. I'm Dawn Hurlebaus, President and CEO of Slimpressions and Solace Path. And I have got a great video and presentation for you guys today. I am interviewing the one, the only, Karen Donaldson. I love Karen, by the way. Karen is a registered dietitian, and she's an energy healing practitioner. And she's also the owner of Excel Weight Loss Solutions. And Karen, you and I have been friends for quite a while and colleagues. We talk all the time, and I just love you. Can you tell everyone a little bit more about yourself?
Yes, but first I want to say I love you back because our friendship started out as just an interesting little connection. And I'm like, hey, I think I'm supposed to know her. And I reached out and she's like, yeah, I think we are. And then it just exploded from there. It's been very cool. So I treasure you as a friend and also as a colleague. Dawn also does all my IT work for me. And so I'm going to just put in a plug for you right now. If you need IT work, Dawn is your person. She's really good. So all that aside, thank you so much. We decided to do this video today because, as Dawn mentioned, I'm a registered dietitian, but I'm also an energy healing practitioner. And what that means is that instead of just telling people you shouldn't eat that or you should eat this, because I knew that never works, we get to go deeper and find out like what's making you want to eat something when you know you shouldn't, and having cravings and emotional eating. And that is the foundation for that is that I help people using energy healing techniques to get through their cravings and emotional eating. But as it turns out, those same techniques that I use for those clients are helpful for another really big thing that has been going on in our world. And we're just going to call that big thing the year of 2020. And it's kind of spilling over to 2021. So I don't even know if we need to summarize all the stuff that happened in 2020. There was so much. We had political stuff, we had weather stuff, we had fires, we had the pandemic, we had the virus, we have stay at home. We had a baby during, not me personally, my daughter had a baby during
And you became
that
a
time.
grandma.
I became a grandma in 2020, March of
Exciting.
2020. It was very exciting, but there was a lot of course, anxiety and fear and worry that went along with all of that as well. And so last fall, my school district contacted me and said, hey, our teachers are freaking out. We need to, can we do something to help them to either go back to school or teach from home or whatever they had to do? So I created a class called How to Stay Calm in a Chaotic World. I knew it would be a good class. I didn't know how great it would be and how much it would help us, like, because that stuff is still continuing on through 2021. And you and I were just talking about, you know, life is like that. We can have a lot of chaos in our lives, whether it's because of the pandemic or it could be something that happens 2 years from now or 2 months from now. Right. So that's what we're really talking about today is how can you stay calm when the world around you feels chaotic, no matter what is going on. And we use 2020 as our test year to find out if we could stay calm in the middle of a whole bunch of stuff,
and it was
and
crazy.
found out that we could.
It was a crazy year. And I remember, I can't tell you how many times you and I just chatting as friends and you're, hey friend, how are you? And I'm like, oh my gosh, the kids are home now 24/7. And not only are we stressed as parents, but our children are stressed because we can't go see anybody anymore. We can't go out and visit friends. It's a little bit different now here. You know, social distancing, masking up. How do you still engage and be involved in, especially if you're like a physical touch kind of person?
Yes.
With our kids to be able to socialize. They're in school. They love this. And there's, you would sit back and go, Dawn, okay, we can work through this. let's talk about this. A lot of your techniques really, they worked.
They did, and I have to be honest, when this all hit the fan, when baby was born in those second 2 weeks of March, I was as off the rails as the next person. I thought, oh, I don't even know how. Anxiety and stress and worry and tears and overwhelm. And I'm like, I teach this stuff, but I'm like, where's the pantry? Surely the answer is in the pantry. And I'm like, whoa. I think you're supposed to know how to handle this care, right? right? But I'm human, and it was a lot of stuff. But fortunately, I had all these energy healing tools in my life, and I knew how to use them. So I remember making a decision. I think now would be a really good time to start using all those tools, Karen, and also sharing them with your clients, like really using them. So we're talking about EFT tapping, ways to clear away trapped emotions, how to calm down anxieties and let go of all of that stuff so that you can just really at least function, if not function well.
Yeah. We're about a year and a half into this now.
Yeah.
And why do we care about letting go of these emotions now?
Right. Because we're almost breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief, like it's springtime and things are getting a little bit better in some areas. But what happens is when we experience any emotion, for example, anger or fear or panic, ideally we would feel that and then we would process it and then we let it go. Like, okay, that's cool. Not many of us really know how to just let it go under normal circumstances, right? So then we have abnormal circumstances where we are just accumulating so many emotions and they're being stored and trapped in our bodies. It would be so interesting to be like able to measure, well, you had 1,000 emotions trapped in your body before 2020, and now you have like 10,000 trapped. And we're not even really aware of it. They just hang out and they actually can create issues with your physical health, your mental health, your emotional health. It's not like you can touch them, but the energy of them is still in your body. And we stored a lot of those. If you're like any other person on the planet, every single day or every single hour, there would be another opportunity to you turn on the news or social media or talk to a friend or go to work or not go to work. More emotions, more emotions. It's like overload. And we can pretend that they're all gone, but they're still in our bodies. And then we're triggered. And like it could be a little thing, but all of a sudden you're just like over some little thing. You're like, gosh, where did that come from? I don't know about you, but I've kind of done that in the past before. Like, wow, that was a pretty
and for me, my
response for that.
I'd want to go to food.
Yeah.
I mean, that's and there are many things that I have found that never triggered me before until this past year and a half.
Yes.
And I've had less patience.
Yes.
And just not being able to see somebody and hug somebody, that in itself has made me want to just eat because I can. I'm not out there running around, going back and forth to an office and things like what used to happen.
Right.
So now food is available. It's convenient.
Yes.
And I love the fact that one of the things that you state in the program is you want people to create a mindset of staying calm. Can you talk about creating that mindset?
Absolutely. So when we're bombarded with all of these emotions and things, that's like the emotional aspect of it. And it's really important to know that that has happened and then have techniques to clear away the emotions, which we do in the course. But the other part is to have some sort of a practice that helps you stay focused on how do you want your life to be? Do you want it to be all chaotic and anxious and full of fear and panic, or do you really desire to have a life that's more calm and more peaceful and where you handle things with ease? And there's a definite art to creating the mindset that you desire, and then that becomes your focus. So you start to gravitate towards that more naturally rather than chaos over here. So yes, in this course, I teach you how to create that mindset so it becomes more second nature.
Yeah, that's amazing. I love that because I think that's where a lot of us, no matter what it is, if we have that mindset, even down to one of the things that we always do at Slimpressions is we talk about the positive self-talk. You know, I'm loved, I'm beautiful, I'm confident, I'm strong, you know, I'm worthy. And that's having a mindset too.
Yes.
So there are a lot of people who have heard different buzzwords especially in the community, like fight or flight and dopamine. And can you talk to some of that? And does your program touch on any of that?
Yes, I love talking about that. I do, because it's the root of so many things. What happens is, let's say that you're in 2020 and you're triggered because you feel threatened. You feel threatened for your health or for something else. There's danger. Okay. It can be a car coming down the road, or it can be the COVID virus, whatever. And your body goes into a fight, flight or freeze response. Like you're ready. It's like you see a bear in the woods and you've got to do something. You can either fight, you can run, or you're stuck in freeze mode. That's okay once in a while when you see a bear in the woods and then you're supposed to like get away from the bear somehow and then you go back to like your normal. But what happened in 2020 is like every day or every hour, alarm, danger, alarm, trigger. So fight, flight, or freeze was happening all the time. Like, and you don't even know it, but internally, your blood pressure is going up, your heart rate's going up, you're making more adrenaline, you're making more cortisol, your brain is becoming more foggy, you're having more cravings because you want to calm down. That's the dopamine part. So we're feeling all this chaos in our bodies, and all we know is we just want to freaking feel better. So we reach for some carbs, and that helps our serotonin go up. It helps our dopamine go up. We're like, oh, I feel so much better now. For a moment, and then you feel bad because you just did that, and then you have another danger trigger. It's like, so you're just in this constant state.
That is so true.
Yeah,
I'm sitting here going, yep,
absolutely. And so then maybe you go, well, I'm just going to eat some more, or you're not going to sleep well because your brain is going all the time, or something little happens and you're even triggered more than you should be about something.
So what's different about this program? Can you tell everyone a little bit about the program, and then I will tell everybody how to access it?
Absolutely. What's different is that it's got some very practical tools, easy tools that you can use on a daily basis, on an hourly basis. You can share them with your friends, your kids can do them. And it's a very natural, holistic way to, I would say the biggest thing is to calm down the fight or flight response. So there are actually energy healing techniques that send a calming signal to that emotion center of your brain that says, oh, you want us to be calm? Are you sure? Yes, I want you. I know, but yes, I want you to be calm. And so then you start to create pathways in your brain that actually help you feel calm more often. So you have that option to feel calm. And then I teach techniques to help you let go of that anxiety or that panic or worry, like in the moment, like, oh my gosh, I'm feeling this right now. What can I do about it? Very specific techniques, again, that are easy, that help you get rid of any emotion, rage, anger, fear, panic, overwhelm, within like 60 seconds. Again, you can share those techniques with family and friends. And then I share how to create the mindset that you need for that, but also tips on how to sleep better and some foods and different supplements that can help you to feel more calm. And it also includes some amazing interviews with a couple of great guys who are world leaders in how to feel calm and get rid of your trapped emotions. So
well, I love
this program.
I can be your testimonial, your friend testimonial, your colleague, because I remember so many times calling you and again, just struggling. You know, I've got horrific migraines and they would be kicking in, and it wasn't weather related. And I know it was stress related. I know it was pandemic. I know it was change, because change causes a lot of this. And I remember you just sitting down and we just said, okay, pause, put your mouse down, shut your phone off. Here's what we're going to do. And you would stop me midstream, and then we would start, and you would start teaching me and giving me different things to work on. And some of it was very instantaneous. Like in the next 5 minutes, I had felt a complete difference. I could have been a 10 for a stress level before, and then all of a sudden I'm a 5. And a 5 is a massive improvement. But I remember once you also doing it with my children. I had both of my girls in here, and they were stressed, and they had a lot of anxiety over tests that were coming up and finals. And we've got that again going on right now, and we're at the end of the year, and it was hard. And the girls felt, and both of them said, an immediate release. In fact, so much so, one time, I'll tell you that, but I think I shared this with you. One of my children, the nurses called us and said, your daughter's having a panic attack. And I said, well, put her on the phone with me, because she wanted to come home from school and she was not sick. She just had anxiety. And I said, did you remember to use the technique that Karen taught you? She goes, oh my gosh, I forgot. And then I didn't hear from her at all again until she came home from school. I said, why didn't you call me back? She goes, because it worked. And I went back to class. And I was cracking up. So let me
Right?
tell you, so you teach that technique in here.
Yes.
And I love that. I can tell everyone they can, yep, go ahead.
Oh, you reminded me of a story because I firmly believe in practice what I preach. And so I want to let people know that I used to struggle with anxiety big time, like medication, lots of medication, and I would try to go off of it and it would be disastrous. And then I learned these mind body techniques. And then because I had other things to do instead, now I hardly ever struggle with anxiety. And if I do, I'm like, well, I know how to get rid of that, or I can figure out how to let that go. Of course, consult your physician before you blah, 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 all those things. Yes, be smart. But I got to put this to an ultimate test this winter. So my story, I go skiing with a family and we're on the chairlift just chatting away. My husband and daughter are in front. I'm on the chairlift with the son-in-law, and the chair stops. I'm like, oh, that's okay. The chair stops sometimes. It will go again. But it felt a little bit different. Then we sat there and the chair's not going. It's just not going. 5 minutes, 10 minutes. And I'm like, oh, this is not the normal chair stopping when someone has fallen getting off the chair. This is something different.
10 minutes on a chair from like with your skis on dangling, right?
Like really high. We're really high. We're in a high part of the chair. No, Dawn, not 10 minutes, 90 minutes.
90 minutes.
90. Did I not tell you that part before? 90. It's cold, the wind is starting to blow, and then every once in a while you are just like, wow, okay. So then after about an hour, the ski patrol comes by and says, well, the chair's broken and we're going to evacuate people off the chair with the rope thingy. I'm like, okay. Now, that would not have been my response a couple of years ago. First, I probably would have peed my pants. Second of all, I would have just been like, really? Because I mean, what can you do? Talk about a situation, right? Yeah. You're on a chairlift. And then, so I had in my mind, I just did some of these techniques. And I just told myself I'm calm. And I had rehearsed this. And I was like, well, won't that be an adventure if we have to go down over the rope and get down that way? That will be a funny story to tell the grandkids. And I'm like, who are you?
How did you get down?
Well, ultimately, after an hour and a half, they ran into town and got a part from some store, and then they were able to patch it together to get us up and get us off. And granted, we were done after that for the day. Like a lot of people left. They're like, this is enough. But I was a little bit concerned that, oh, am I ever going to ski again? So I go the next week and I'm like, I'm good. I got on the chair, I rode the chair, I'm back to skiing. And so to me, that's a real testimony to how well these techniques work for in that moment, but then also training your brain to respond more calmly to those situations in the future.
Yeah. So I know that for everyone who's watching, your website is excelweightloss.com.
Yep.
And how can they find your program?
So they go to excelweightloss.com. So it's EXCEL weight loss, WEIGHTLOSS.com/be calm, BECALM.
One word, be calm.
One word. 6 letters, BECALM. And it's on special right now. I just want to pay it forward on this. It would make me so happy to have other people have these tools and know that they're able to let go of their anxiety, their fear, their overwhelm, and start creating those brain pathways so they can feel more calm more often. Share it with your family, your kiddos, your partners, whatever you want to do. But that's my intent, to give back, mark it down to a really great special price. And it's a self-study. You have unlimited access to it.
Your price is incredible. Like it is, it should be way out there because I know what the content is. And it is earth-shattering how inexpensive this is.
Thank you. Good content, really good content.
It is.
Yeah.
And it's very, very well done. I mean, I love all the videos, and I can tell you again, I've learned a ton from it. And it's absolutely worth it. So go to excelweightloss.com/BECALM, BECALM,
That's it.
and you'll be able to learn more, and they can register there too as well, right?
Yeah, and as soon as you register and get enrolled, you'll get an email saying welcome to the program with your passwords, and then it's yours to keep. So you can go through the videos on your own time. You can do the training. You can refer back to them. This is a lifetime access kind of a thing.
Excellent. Anything else? Any last words?
I just want to say thank you to Dawn, because she's my little partner in crime. It's not really crime though. We have been working together, and she always helps me and I help her, and we have this great relationship, and she's introduced me to so many people that and I appreciate those connections, and I want to thank everyone who's watching this video. So I'm just in a pretty good state of gratitude and appreciation.
There's so many of us right now that are struggling, and it doesn't matter who you are or what you do. I'm your testimonial on your program and in your techniques, yet I'm a CEO and own 2 companies. So
Exactly.
it doesn't matter who you are.
No one's immune.
Correct.
We're all in it.
Yeah, and we're all in it together, and we're all here to
Yes.
support each other. And that's what I love about us, because we support each other as businesses and partners,
Right.
and as friends.
Yes.
And we also
We
all
need
of
that.
us are out there supporting the community. And this
Yep.
is just, as you said, another way for you to give back. And by creating this video, I want to make sure that we just keep spreading it, and
Yes.
we can help more people that way. So if you like what you've heard today, go check it out. Share the video up. Once you get the link, share it to your friends, your family, and let everybody know. Share it to your patient groups, any of the support groups that you belong to, and let's change the world one person at a time, and change yourself.
And just know there's hope. I mean, both you and I have struggled with anxiety and all that in different ways. And to not do that now and to have tools if it does happen again is so powerful. Like before, I'm like, oh my, how am I going to ever feel not anxious? And then when you feel good, it's such an amazing feeling to be free from that. So
absolutely. All right. Well, thank you so much, Karen. Thank you, everybody watching, and we'll see you soon on the next video. Bye, everybody.
Sounds good. Thanks. Bye-bye.